News medical contributor. Okay, I want some perspective. Okay, I really need this to be put in perspective because we're not panicking, but we're all very aware of this virus. How bad is this virus compared to, say, SARS or the flu even?
So I want to answer all those questions because Liz said before, you know, there's a lot we don't know. Actually, I think there's a lot we do know. Right. It's more contagious than SARS, for sure. We think it's quite possible that it could be seasonal. We don't know that yet. That would mean that it would start to diminish. It started to diminish in certain places already, like China. It looks like in Singapore it never took off because it's so hot there. It's a possibility of that. Italy, it still seems to be burgeoning. South Korea, it looks like it's on its way down. Here, I absolutely predict it's on its way up. You know why? Because we're finally testing for it. You and I have been talking about that on the show for weeks. Now they've got the test. Quest Diagnostics, LabCorp are going to be testing as of this morning. Major medical centers have had to send it out to state health labs and to CDC are now going to be testing. So we're going to see a lot of negatives, but we're going to see some positives. But the fear factor is people think it's all over the place. It probably isn't.
Okay, but the tests are in place. Anthony Fauci told Fox News this morning there are 1.1 million tests out there now.
Correct.
640,000 more come today, and millions later this week and into
next week. And I've called labs all weekend. They've got them. They're going to start testing all over the place.
There was an example in New York over the weekend of a taxi driver walks into a hospital. He's got it. So they have to sequester him and quarantine him. And 40 medical workers at that hospital, they too had to go into self-imposed quarantine.
Which is terrible because we need their workers. But I want to explain a strategy here.
Let me go through with this. Of those 40 people, those medical workers, they've got to stay home. They're in quarantine. If we had the test, couldn't we just test them to find out who's got it? And if they haven't got it, let them out?
No.
Can we do that? No?
No, because it can take a few days for that test to turn positive. It can be negative at the point of exposure and then turn positive a few days later. But I want to explain a strategy here that the entire public doesn't understand. It's something called cocooning. In other words, we want someone who's 80 to 90 years old that has a chronic condition that could die from this. We don't want that virus crawling up their door. So the reason we're restricting everything is so there's less virus in the community. It's not that if I got it or you got it or Liz got it, or especially if Sue got it, who's young and healthy, that we would have severe complications. No, we are. No, we are all young and healthy. But I'm saying we're worried about 85-year-old people with emphysema. We want to protect them. So we need less virus circulating.
Well,
Liz, I'm just totally teasing you.
But I have a quick...
It's a public health maneuver.
But if I contract the virus, but I'm not showing symptoms, and you test me, would it come back positive or negative?
It will come back positive, but I'm saying to Stuart, it may not come back positive in the first day. So it may take a few days. So these 40 healthcare workers should be tested, but then they have to be tested over the next few days.
No, I hear you fact-checking. I understand. What I'm saying, forgive me, Stuart, this is about calm. Elon Musk is now in a big fight with MSNBC. Elon Musk is saying, stop panicking. We just need information. We need the tests to come in and get the results.
We've got
figure out. Not yet. We don't. South Korea is testing. Watch South Korea. Watch the hot zones that are testing and what they're saying. They're saying the fatality rate in South Korea is a lot lower than what WHO is saying. That's what I'm reporting.
I completely agree with that. That's what we're going to find out here. The death rate is and it's always true when a new virus comes out. The first blush, they always think it's more deadly than it is. This is going to show that this is a relatively mild virus. Dr. Fauci is right. You're going to see, a million tests out there. I don't know how many they're going to be able to do in 1 week, but they have the ability now to test all around the country, and they're going to.
Well, I'm not self-quarantining, but I am keeping my distance from everyone. Everyone. Okay?
So your executive producer asked me to demo the Clorox wipes because they were already mentioned today on Fox Business, and I want to tell you, here's the key. I made this dirty a few weeks ago. I'm now going to clean this with a Clorox wipe. It's the best thing going, but you actually have to let it dry for 4 minutes for it to be effective. Do not put your coffee here for a while. Wait, and let this breathe.
4 minutes?
4 minutes before it kills every single bug on this surface.
Most people do not do that. I've got to tell you, they don't do that. I mean, if you've got these wipes... Yeah, I know, look, seriously now, you've got these wipes, you do this, and this, you draw knobs all over, and bingo, you're gone. You don't keep it on a doorknob for 4 minutes.
Well, you don't have to do it for the 4 minutes. I'm
wait for it to dry.
saying it takes 4 minutes. It's got to dry completely before it's really effective. You have to really lather it on, wet the whole surface, and then allow it to dry.
Okay, I don't want anybody coming within 5-6 feet of me. Okay,
I don't know.
How about me?
Seriously, and I'm not.
Back up, Liz.
Back off. I don't want anybody touching me.
Okay.
I'm not even going to do the elbow bump. I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I just keep away. I'm not going to bars, restaurants. I'm not going to a supermarket. I'm not going to a hotel. I'm not going to get on a bus or a subway. I mean, I think we have to do that.
Not going to fly? Would you take a plane?
How do you transport then? How do you get home?
Drive myself.
Okay,
I've got a car. I'm the only guy that uses it.
Well, not
I'll drive in,
everyone in
drive
Manhattan
out.
has that opportunity.
I know. But I'm going to say what I'm going to do.
I hear what you're saying. You know,
But use the Clorox wipes if you can't do what you can do. Some people.
Forgive me. Can we?